I wasn't doing all of the things that would normally be of interest to me. And I was just like, hold up. There is definitely something going on. Hi, can we discuss the 6-week gap in my YouTube content? Actually, any kind of content as a matter of fact. Can we discuss it? Yes? Okay, let's discuss it. I'm drinking some Tazo cold brew tea today. I put it in a wine glass just to finish off the bougie look, okay? So if you would like something to drink, grab yourself a drink so we can enjoy our little chit chat. Let's catch up. Hopefully I still know how to do this. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time catching one of my videos or stopping by on my channel, a round of applause for you. Welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the family. This is a really fun channel to be on. It's been 6 weeks since I last uploaded something on here, and even I cannot believe it. Okay, we're gonna talk. Okay, we're gonna talk about what I've been up to, what has kept me away, what's new, and if there's going to be more of me on the YouTube platform. Okay. So initially, I didn't realize that there was going to be a break in transmission because of my I can do it all mindset. I had been traveling a bit initially, and then I didn't just realize how much of a break in transmission that was going to cause. And so I didn't think much of it, and I was just like, oh, I'm just going to quickly do this and get back to business. But we ended up with a big break. A lot ended up happening, and we ended up in a big break in transmission, as you can tell. So initially, when I had been traveling a little bit, I'd been traveling majorly because I have been working on relaunching my fashion brand. So some of you that know me from way back may know that I am a fashion designer. I'm a trained fashion designer. I used to have a custom fashion brand. I made all dresses, from wedding dresses to party dresses. I cater to only women basically. And I'm probably going to insert some pictures of my work from back then in this video for you to just see. And then I moved to America and I met the biggest culture shock of my entire life. Employing good labor for a business like what I was already building almost seemed impossible, especially with the kind of funds that were available to me at the time. And it just didn't seem practical anymore at the time. And then I started my family, and then I decided that I was going to focus on my kid at the time. And then there was another one, and then that just was on hold for all of that time. And then I decided that I was going to pursue my current career in IT project management. So what I'm working on currently, dotting my I's and crossing my T's now, a lot has been going on. I'm working on relaunching as a whole new different brand, a whole new mission, a whole new goal. But the plan is to not launch as a custom brand. It will be on a ready-to-wear basis. The pieces are going to be ready to wear, and I'm looking forward to being able to share all of those pieces with you. So I've been traveling majorly to, source for that brand new, hopefully coming soon, business. When we do launch, I'm definitely going to share that with you guys on here. And so that's kind of kept me away and busy for a few weeks. That has been like a big percentage of my busy schedule in the past few weeks. Now, outside of doing business stuff and working on launching, and of course I'm working my day job as well, another thing that has basically crippled me, I'm not even exaggerating, another thing that has basically crippled me is severe burnout. Guys, the burnout that I have experienced in the past month and a half has been unreal. I have been so burnt out, so uninterested in things that I would typically be interested in. I was so burnt out and I was so worried because I couldn't figure out why I was burnt out, right? So I was so worried I even had to make a doctor's appointment. I don't believe that I was due for a physical yet, but I wiggled my way around and I made a doctor's appointment. There was some blood work done. My doctor was worried that there were a few factors that could be making me feel so burnt out and so and have all this lack of interest in stuff. There was some blood work done and everything came back great. And so because the blood work came back and everything came back really good, we didn't have any cause for alarm. And so she basically just advised a change in my diet, even though I was of the opinion that I have a pretty great diet. I barely eat fast food. We always cook at home and I always, get my greens in. I'm always juicing. But she basically said that I needed to take some stuff out, like bread, pasta, and all that stuff, and see if that makes me feel better. I did take out some of those things, and I'm here filming now, and it's only been maybe like less than a week since I haven't eaten any of the stuff she's asked that I stay away from. And I don't know if it's in my head, but I'm already feeling better because I felt like I could pick up a camera and sit in front of a camera and record and talk to you guys today. So fingers crossed, I continue to feel like this and things continue to just, look up. Now, am I quitting YouTube? In terms of quitting YouTube, because I've been asked, well, I am not stopping YouTube anytime soon, okay? That's out of the way. Even though things may not be moving as fast as I would like with YouTube, I enjoy it. I enjoy just sitting down and talking and sharing stuff and just chit-chatting. And so I am not stopping YouTube anytime soon, okay? That's out of the way. And I can assure you that I'm gonna be a YouTube babe for a hot minute. So yeah, your girl is not going anywhere. So no, we're not quitting YouTube. With how exhausted I was feeling, even I thought that it was a possibility that I could be pregnant because it made no sense how tired I was. And there had been an instance where one of my friends, she's also a YouTuber, I was on the phone with her and she was like, I haven't heard from you in a while. She had shared how she had a little thought in her head about how maybe I was pregnant and I just wasn't ready to share. So she thought I was pregnant and I just wasn't ready to share, especially because she also hadn't heard from me in weeks. I don't blame her because with how exhausted I was feeling, even I thought that there was a possibility that I could have been pregnant because I was so exhausted. I almost didn't want to get out of bed. I was just moody all the time. Well, I wasn't like crazy moody where I didn't want to like be around my family. I loved being like at home around family, but I was just tired. Like things that I would typically enjoy, I just wasn't doing them. I wasn't cooking, I wasn't cleaning. Like I love a clean space. I wasn't cleaning them. Like I wasn't doing all of the things that would normally be of interest to me. And I was just like, hold up. There is definitely something going on. I've come to the conclusion though that what the situation was with me was that I had just packed on a little too much in such a short period of time, and my to-do list was too crazy, and I had gotten to that place because I thought that I could handle it all at the same time in a short period of time. I was on my superwoman steez, and that definitely took a toll on me. And so I've kind of come to the conclusion that it was definitely what I've labeled as severe burnout. I was severely burnt out. My body was telling me to take a break, chill out a little bit, and just catch my breath. I definitely feel like the tiny change in my diet in the past week has, been helpful. And, I'm hoping that I continue to feel better. The biggest lesson that I've learned from this episode of burnout and just feeling low is giving myself grace, really. I always talk about like giving people grace all the time and even giving myself grace, but I found that in that small time box, I wasn't practicing being graceful towards myself. I was packing on so much. I was making a long to-do list, even though I needed to slow down and catch my breath and make sure that I was doing okay enough to carry out all of these tasks I was giving to myself. And to be honest, in that time too, I've realized that even though it's not something that I'm looking to stop doing, I'm quite emotional and it can be detrimental to my mental well-being as well. I wear my heart on my sleeves. It's not to say that it's a bad thing to do. I tend to overthink when I find myself in certain situations. I had some relationship shifts also in that time, and I feel like that my feelings are valid, always valid. And even though the situations that I had experienced in those relationships made me feel the way that I felt, I still feel like there were instances that I may have over-processed and over-imagined things. That's another takeaway from this episode for me, is that other than being graceful to myself, I've cutting myself some slack and making sure that my to-do list matches my bandwidth. If I don't have the bandwidth for something, it shouldn't be on top of my list. If I don't have the bandwidth for it, I don't have the bandwidth for it. It's going to take a toll. My second takeaway, as I was trying to say before I digress, is that even when I'm processing things and how situations make me feel, I need to also remember that the entire mantra is grace. And in processing situations, I also need to give grace. I mean, discuss how I'm feeling, but also to give grace to myself and to the other party as well. When it comes to overanalyzing stuff, pick me first, okay? I will take a situation, I will put it on a desk, and I will dissect it and make it into a trillion pieces. And I can tell you that that's something I'm working on, so that in the future, when I find myself in situations, it's not taking over my entire being, and I'm not spending my 24 hours literally in my sleep thinking about a situation that's not that big of a deal. So no, sis is not quitting YouTube, sis is not pregnant, and sis is hoping to be able to share more on YouTube. I hope that this was nice enough of a catch up. There were definitely a few people that reached out to me and were asking, what's up with the YouTube content, what's going on? I love the idea that you guys are thinking of me and considering me in your busy schedules. When it comes to what's new, other than everything else that's new that I've shared, since starting to reflect on my being and who I am as a person, I've started to realize that I don't actually keep my promises to myself, and that contributes a lot to the way that I feel about myself sometimes. So it's with the little things, like when I make little promises to myself and I don't keep them, there's a way, it adds up to a certain way that I feel about myself, in the long run. Like little promises that I made are like, when I go to the salon and I do my nails, I say that I'm going to maintain this and I'm going to come back for a refill in 3 weeks. And by the second week, I've just gotten tired by the second week and I've dangerously yanked them. In the process, I've hurt the health of my natural nails. And now I have to pay full price for a full set when I don't want to do my nails. I made a promise to myself the last time I went to the nail salon that I was going to come back for a refill, and I had that done yesterday. Same with my lashes. When I do my lashes, I'm supposed to go for a refill between 2 and 3 weeks. I don't go for a refill, and then when it's like starts to fall off, I just start to take them off, strategically take them off. In the process, I lose some of my natural lashes and I look bald by the time that it all comes off. I'm also happy to share that I kept that promise this time. I had a lash refill, and it may seem like small changes towards starting to feel better about yourself, but I truly believe that this small step where I'm starting to keep the tiny little promises that I make to myself is going to make a big impact in my overall goal of being this better, premium version of myself. So yeah, I'm happy to share that I've started to keep my promises to myself. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It helps YouTube suggest me to more of my target audience like you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until my next video, toodles. Can we? Actually, any kind of content, as a matter of fact. Can we discuss it? Can we? Okay, let's discuss it. Hi. Can we Hi.